Apple Watch time. So over here, we've got 3 of the newest Apple Watches in their newest finishes. We've got like a new polished aluminum, polished titanium, and a black Apple Watch Ultra. So we're gonna talk all about them and do some quick unboxings. All right, where do we start? Polished aluminum, right? Let's do it. So that polished aluminum only is available in jet black. So it's a bit special. All right, so we've got it. Ooh, look at that. What does that remind me of? Is it? Yeah, yes. That's exactly, Gene, there you go. That is clean, oh my goodness. On the side, we have our Apple Watch charger. Of course, we got some paperwork over here. 1 sheet of paper, okay. But this is pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the band out too. All right, so we're putting on the sport loop and it's on. So check this out, guys. Now, not only do we have this new finish with the polished aluminum with the jet black option, but overall, the Apple Watch has gone under some serious changes. It is now the thinnest Apple Watch ever. It is a millimeter thinner than the previous generation. As a timepiece, you don't want it to be super big and bulky unless you actually do, but this gives you a much cleaner look. The biggest change is the screen size. So this is actually a bigger display than the Ultra. You don't get the same Ultra battery, but you do get a bigger screen here. So this is the polished aluminum jet black version, but there's also silver and rose gold. There's also another finish called polished titanium. Let's check that out. Oh, and that Milanese loop, okay. Pretty much the same unboxing experience, but let's check this out. So peep this, you guys. This is the new polished titanium. You can see the thinness here. It's so thin. But what's nice about this polished titanium is that it's a lighter material. Titanium is lighter than stainless steel, and it looks just like it. So overall, you got a more durable and lighter feeling watch here without sacrificing the look. Now, I didn't mention this earlier, but we do have a new speaker on the side. And for the first time, Apple is allowing different audio to be played from the Apple Watch. So if you want to listen to like Spotify or a podcast, you're actually able to listen to it from the built-in speaker. The speaker quality has not changed, even though this is a smaller, thinner design. But we'll talk more about this in a sec. Let's check out the band. My goodness, I haven't had a stainless steel Apple Watch in quite some time. You could dress this up if you wanted to. Like if you wanted to wear a suit or something, you could definitely still pull off the Apple Watch. Now this is just with the Milanese loop. You can get the newest bracelets that also match these titanium finishes. We got to see it in person. They look amazing. So they've got like this titanium finish, and on the side, it's brushed. So it looks just as smooth as the metal on the actual Apple Watch. Super clean looking. And there's 3 colors for polished titanium. There's that natural, of course, gold, and slate. But let me go ahead and set this up and we talk about some of the new features. All right, so we're all set up. It just happens to fall on like the perfect Apple Watch background that I made a while ago. So this is great. I'm not used to seeing the non-Ultra version of the Apple Watch with such a large display. And I love it because the big screen is what drew me into the Ultra, but having it now on this sleeker body, man, it's got me thinking. All right, so we've gushed about the looks enough. It's time to talk about these new features. Now, first and foremost, you know Apple Watch is all about health. So we're gonna be getting all kinds of vital tracking now that's going to be, I think, really beneficial for a lot of people. Being able to track your vitals without necessarily having to go the extra mile and, you know, check in with doctors and stuff all the time. Your Apple Watch can start giving you warnings when, you know, it's detecting certain things are not in line with what it usually is. But the big health feature for me that I'm personally excited about is the sleep apnea detection. I'm pretty sure I suffer from sleep apnea. And if you're not familiar, it's basically when you're sleeping and you stop breathing and then you start gasping for air. I don't even know it happens sometimes. Ari's usually the one who's like waking me up or shaking me to start taking a breath again. So it's very scary stuff. And with this sleep apnea detection, it's basically going to be able to let you know if you had elevated sleep disturbances, and you can take all of the data that you collect from your Apple Watch right to the doctor so that you can get it checked out and make a decision on what your next steps look like. Now, not only did this thing get a bigger screen like the Ultra, but it now has that depth app. So when you go for a swim, you'll be able to see just how deep into the water you are, how many meters. I think you can like safely go up to like 20 meters or so. It's rated for 50, but I believe the safest diving limit is like 20 meters. I barely get in the pool, so that is going to be great for you swimmers or divers out there. That functionality is also coming right onto this. Now there's other cool feature called Secondhand, and let me throw on one of the new watch faces for that. Now this is a really nice watch face because it uses the accelerometer, so the dial changes depending on your position and the way your watch is. But you'll notice that with that Secondhand over here, when it's in its always on mode, you're still getting a ticking Secondhand. It goes down to a 1 Hertz refresh rate. All that is basically saying you still get to see those quick updates instead of like this super smooth glide. It's just ticking every second. There's like multiple watch faces that kind of take advantage of that. Another new feature is faster charging. So with the included fast charge cable, you're gonna be able to get up to 80% in 30 minutes. I know the biggest barrier for a lot of people and smartwatches is the fact that you've got to charge it all the time. This one still has that 18-hour battery life, even though it has the bigger screen and the thinner body. And with this, it'll now also charge to 80% with just 30 minutes. Now, if you own an Apple Watch, chances are you know how good the mics are. Usually when I'm taking a call from my watch, nobody knows it's the watch, and they usually think I'm on my phone, but they've done improved voice isolation with the watch. So you can be in a crowded area, make a call, and you'll be able to hear just the voice. That's something we gotta test out. We're gonna give it a shot in the real day in the life. I'll be sure to put the link to that video in the description whenever it drops. Now, what's also really cool is that the smart stack is even smarter. So now, depending on the scenario, what you're up to, what you're doing, you'll get different widgets to the top of the smart stack, so it'll try to guess what is most necessary for you in that moment. So that's something else we gotta check out in the review to see how useful or smart it actually got. And there's other cool features like having a translation app directly on the watch. Also the ability to do more focused workouts. But I haven't been to the gym in a while, so when I get back in there,
stop the cap.
we'll talk about the improved workouts. Don't do that to me, G.
I watched 20.
Both of you get out. Anyway, all of the aluminum finishes are gonna be starting at $399, even the jet black. Now, while this looks really clean, it is quite a bit more expensive. So this polished titanium is going to go for starting $699. Huge increase considering for $399, you can get something like the polished aluminum jet black. So Apple's really looking at this like it's a dress watch or something dressier. This at $399 feels like a really good price, but we have to see how it holds up because we've been here before with jet black. So that's something we're gonna have to see over time. If this doesn't get like a ton of scratches or anything, we'll have a lot more to talk about in the full review. I wanna check this thing out. So you guessed it, Apple Watch Ultra 2. So with the Apple Watch Ultra, you get a slightly different unboxing experience. You get your charging cable over here on the side, and then your Apple Watch over here, and this is that black satin titanium finish. We also have a new band. This is the Alpine Loop, but this one's got this nice color to it. So this is the Ultra 2 in the new black satin titanium finish with the Alpine Loop band that has the similar finish on the inserts. Over here on the little clasps area, this is truly what we've been waiting for because it'll just match a lot more of everyone's clothing. This will go with. Now there aren't many changes here besides the color, but this does get some of the cool features that we're gonna see on the other Apple Watch, the Series 10, like that sleep apnea detection and pretty much most of the features that you'll get there, you're gonna find over here as well. I'm ready to really try these out. It's gonna be tougher to make a decision now on which Apple Watch to go for. Because something like this, I feel like will fit a lot of situations, but now the black makes it look sleeker. So you can wear these in a lot more situations than the Ultra. Like, you could dress this up easily. And you throw on some of the new titanium bands that they came out with. Oh, you're looking clean with a full black watch, man. This black version is not gonna cost any more. It's still an Apple Watch Ultra 2. So it is going to start at $799, just like the original. I think my goal for the review, not only is it to check out how the software and everything works, but to really figure out like which one you pick up and which one fits more situations. It's gonna be tough.